Hi everyone and welcome to another live AdWords Hangout on air. My name is Rebecca and today I'm joined with my colleague Emma and we're both based on the AdWords team here in Dublin. So thank you so much for tuning in for today's topic on advanced mobile optimization tips. If you tuned in last week, you will have seen Emma and James discussing the importance of actually using mobile as a platform. So they looked at how to build a website that's perfect for mobile and then also how to build effective mobile ads. So today we're going to move on from there. I'm going to look at four main topics. So we're going to look at call-only ads, setting up mobile bid adjustments, why ad extensions are great for mobile, and then finally, how to actually track calls from your ads using call conversions. So let's get started.
Great, well, thanks for that, Rebecca. I'm going to start off with call-only ads. So these are essentially a different kind of ad that you can use. They involve using a different kind of campaign called a call-only campaign. They're perfect if you want to generate phone calls for inquiries and bookings. The difference is that in the headline ad text, you'll now see a clickable link where people can click through and call straight through to you. So how would we actually set one of these up, a call-only campaign? I'm actually just going to grab the laptop here and we're going to go through that now. So if we pop into all online campaigns, you then navigate to the campaigns tab, click on the red plus campaign button. It's search network only is what we need to select here. Going through as it loads up here for us, you'll see that there's an option for call only. You can obviously pop in call only for the name here. You then go through the settings as you would in any other campaign. So you go through networks, you go through locations, so we'd have the UK in there, languages, bid strategy, pop in a budget, we'll just say £10 there per day. You can put a schedule on, save and continue there. Now what we're just going to cancel this new campaign because in terms of setting up the advert, it's essentially the same as before. But the main thing is to get grips on how to set up that call only campaign. Just remembering, select call only when you go to create the campaign. Now I'm just going to pass back over to Rebecca. She's going to go on to mobile bid adjustments.
Great, thanks so much for that, Emma. So mobile bid adjustments are a great way to improve your ad's overall position on mobile devices without increasing your bids across the entire campaign. So one of the great things about mobile bid adjustments is that they actually cost considerably less than regular desktop clicks. So even though you're increasing your cost per click on mobile devices, it's not going to increase your cost per click across the entire campaign. Another thing about mobile bid adjustments, and the importance of being in #1 position, is that a mobile screen is a lot smaller than a desktop. So you'll see only 1 or 2 ads appearing on the first page. So it's really important to aim for that #1 or 2 position using mobile bid adjustments. So we're going to have a look at how we can actually set this up and some of the things to look out for when setting them up. Thanks, Emma, for the current book. So we have a campaign set up here. It's a search campaign. So you can set mobile bid adjustments at the campaign level or the ad group level. So we're going to set them at the campaign level here. So we're going to click to the settings tab within our campaign, and then we're going to click on the devices button here. Once we click on devices, if we scroll down here, we'll see computers, mobile devices with full browsers, and tablets with full browsers. So here we want to look at the mobile devices with full browsers. I always recommend looking at the data for the last 30 days. What we want to do is look at our average position. If we're not in that top 1 or 2 position, then that would indicate that we definitely need to look at increasing our mobile bid adjustment. So we can do this by also, so how do we know what to actually increase it by? Well, if we look at our average cost per click, it's 0 here at the moment, but we can kind of gauge if we want it to start with 10% or 20%, depending on what we want to pay overall. So we can then click on our bid adjustment here. So it's a little dash just to the right hand side in the bid adjustment column. And if we say increase by 10%. So I always recommend to customers to start with 10%. I think it's a good baseline to start with. And then you can continue to increase it and judge the impact that the bid adjustment is having on your campaign's overall performance and the average position of your mobile ads. So once we, one moment. So we increase that by 10%.
And just remember to save.
Save it. Remember to save. Great. So you can see that there we have our plus 10% bid adjustment. And so perfect. That's it. So we can do that, as I said, at the campaign level or the ad group level as well. So I'm just going to pop that back there.
Great. Thanks for that, Rebecca. So now that we finished up with the mobile bid adjustments, the next thing to move on is ad extensions. Now they're great for ads on mobiles because they're giving additional information, useful links, and there are three main kinds we have identified as the best kind for mobile. Site link extensions, location extensions, as well as call extensions. So I'm going to run through site link extensions now. As you probably know, they're great for leading people to kind of the most important or the most visited pages on your website, like the contact us page, booking pages, a gallery page. So you create these the same way you would normal site links, but what we want to go through is how to make them mobile specific. So I'm just going to take the laptop here. We're going to navigate. We're going to use this Jane search campaign again, and we're just going to look at the add extensions tab here. So I'm clicking on add extensions. I'm then clicking on the view menu drop down, and I'm going to select site links extensions. We don't actually have a site links extension here, so we're going to find a campaign that does. You bear with me 1 second here. Okay, we'll set up a site link extension here, and we'll show you how to make it mobile specific at the same time. Well, we see we actually do have some edited in here. So we select the online delivery menu here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just set a new one up here. So plus new site link, link text here. So let's say we had a site for
contact us.
Yeah, we'll just have a contact us page. We'll then select the landing page there. We'll just put in an example URL. And the main thing here is the device preference. So you're just clicking mobile there. Now that's the only difference in the site link setup. So we select that, you then save it, and you'd have a mobile specific site link. Now you can actually see here that it will show when you have done that. So you can see along here, mobile in brackets there. So just remembering that for your mobile ads. And now Rebecca is actually going to go through location extensions.
Great, thanks so much for that, Emma. So the next extension type, as Emma said, is location extensions. So a lot of customers, as you probably know yourself, are constantly using their mobiles on the move. So that could be trying to find the nearest restaurant. You might have locked yourself out of your house. You really need a locksmith or perhaps a plumber. But what we're looking at here is the customers want a solution fast. So that's why location extensions are really important to have below your ad. So when your address is appearing below your ad, it means that the customer knows if you're a relevant service to them, and it means that you can get really clear directions on how to actually get to your storefront. So with location extensions, before I actually talk you through how to set that up, it's really important to know that you must have a Google My Business account with a verified address, and then we can link that to the AdWords account and set them up. So if we go to the Add Extensions tab here, great, thanks so much, Emma. And as Emma selected before in the view menu, she selected site links. We're just going to have a look and select location extensions here. So you'll see the red extension button, and then use campaign location extension. Here it'll give you an option to link my account. So it'll give you the same, if you're using your email address with your Google My Business account, it'll automatically give you an option to link your Google My Business account with your AdWords account. So it's simply better clicking link. And then here we're just saying show our ad with all locations, click save, and then it'll automatically start appearing alongside your ads, and your customers will be able to find you. So that's location extension. And now I'm going to pass you back to Emma, who's going to have a look at call extensions.
So not surprisingly, call extensions would be pretty important for mobile ads. Obviously, when you're showing to people on mobiles, the main goal is to get them to call through to you. So having that call extension means that they have the phone symbol showing up underneath where they can click through and call to you. So setting up a call extension, we just, once again, remembering you're in the Add Extensions tab, clicking on the View menu and selecting Call Extensions here. Then click Plus Extension, and we'll go down here, click on plus new phone number. Now what's important here is that you're selecting the location. So if we're in the UK, we'll select UK, pop in your number there. Now an important policy to note is that it can't be a premium number, it must be a domestic number. On top of that, the number that you enter in here must also show on the landing page where your ad leads to. And then we select Google forwarding number here. So we're actually just going to use the example they give us below. copy that, and paste it in. It doesn't seem to be copying enough for me.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Select Google forwarding phone number and device preference and mobile. Obviously, that's key for all of these extensions. And then we'll click save, and then save again to make sure it fully goes through. There we go. And now we have this call extension set up. What's really important is how are we going to track those calls that come through? And Rebecca's going to run through that now for us.
Great. Thanks so much, Anna. So we have our call extension set up. So it's really important to be able to actually monitor the return on investment that you're getting from your campaigns, whether they're regular search campaigns or your call-only campaigns. So one of the best ways that we can actually do this is by using the Google forwarding number and tracking the calls that are coming through from our ads to us. So a lot of advertisers rely on booking inquiries and phone calls to their business, and that's where they get their business from. So what we can do is actually set up a call conversion to track where the user is coming from, the time, the date, and then importantly, I think also is the length of the call. So we're just going to have a look and see how we actually set this up. I'm going to talk you through it. And then also, just while we're on this, being able to track the return on investment means that you can continue to make optimizations to the campaign looking at the data here. So first of all, to set this up, we're going to go to the Tools tab. So if you'll see it at the top, Tools. So click on that. Then we're going to click to Conversions. So once this loads, it should load any minute now. Great. So here you'll see we have no conversions set up. So we're going to set up our first conversion. So it's just a case of clicking on this red plus conversion button here. And then here, really simple, phone calls. So we'll click select. Great. So we've got a number of options here. So it's asking you basically to select a source that you'd like your phone calls to track from. So we've set up a Google forwarding number. So what we want to do is we want to just track calls from call-only ads or ads using call extensions. The other options there are a little bit more advanced, which we'll discuss at another stage. But for this, for time being, we just want to look at calls from our ads. So select the first option there and click continue. Great. So we're just going to name this conversion, maybe even call conversion. And then click done. And then there's a number of options here. So the first of these is value. So we want to say we just need to decide whether we want to actually assign a monetary value to the call or if we just want to track each call coming through. So here I'd recommend just saying don't assign a value if there's no monetary value specifically assigned to each call. Then call length. So the reason for call length is, we can actually track if a call went over 60 seconds, which means they likely connected to you as a business. So we're going to leave that at 60 seconds for now, and then we're going to count unique conversions there. So you can edit that and count all conversions. We're just going to count each unique visitor. Then conversion window 30 days. Category, we can leave that as a lead. Now here, this is a slightly advanced section in the call conversion. So it's optimization. So here, at the moment, we can't turn on optimization because of the way the campaign is set up. But basically here you can choose whether you want to track calls per cost per, depending on your cost per acquisition, or just leave it as normal and just track the number of conversions coming through. So we're just going to click done there, and we're going to click save and continue. We're almost finished, and we're going to go. So we've got all this set up, so we don't need to worry about it. So we can just go to our call only ads. And we're back to our campaign. Great. So that's how we actually track calls from ads. So I'm going to pass you back to Emma now.
Yeah, so basically to sum up what we did today, we first of all went through the call only ads, a new kind of campaign. We then looked at mobile bid adjustments, the 3 main ad extensions that are perfect for your mobile ads, and lastly how to track those. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye everyone.
Bye.